Good morning. Following a unanimous vote in the UN Security Council, U.S. troops are on the move this morning. They're en route to Somalia for the biggest armed humanitarian rescue effort in history. Having initiated and okayed the military plan, President Bush will brief congressional leaders this morning, and then he may address the nation on why he's sending in the troops today, Friday, December the 4th, 1992.
From NBC News, this is Today with Bryant Gumbel and Catherine Currick.
And good morning. Welcome to Today on a Friday morning as we head into the first weekend of December with some major news breaking. As expected, the Security Council has approved the move of U.S. troops into Somalia. We're going to explore that fully in this half hour.
That's right. We're going to see just who is going to contribute to this mission, Brian. The French are reportedly talking about contributing 2,000 troops as well as some military hardware. The Italians are discussing it. Several African nations are as well. Just what is Great Britain willing to contribute? We're going to be talking to the British ambassador to the United Nations about what, if anything, they're willing to do.
All right, let's get caught up on the whole operation. President Bush will be meeting with congressional leaders this morning and detailing for them the military plans for Somalia. Now that the UN has formally accepted the U.S. offer to intervene, the president is set to issue orders that will send as many as 28,000 American troops into Somalia to safeguard the relief effort there. NBC's Jim Miklaszewski is at the White House with more. And good morning, Mick.
Good morning, Bryant. The White House announced that they were pleased with the UN vote, and they should have been. They got pretty much what they wanted. A military relief effort into Somalia under U.S. command and control.
President Bush was so confident of the outcome, he was on his way to the theater when the UN voted.
The draft resolution has been adopted
Sunday. This is a public notice announcing a huge Honda inventory reduction this Friday through Monday, exclusively at Honda Windward. Over 200 new Hondas must be sold. Prices too low to be publicly advertised, but will be prominently displayed. $4 million of financing has been made available for this event. Bring your trade, paid for or not, and your title or payment book. No negotiating will be necessary. Prices marked are the lowest ever. No dealers will be allowed. The giant Honda inventory reduction this Friday through Sunday, exclusively at Honda Windward, Kaneohe.
This Channel 2 News Morning Update is brought to you by the Pocketbook Man, where personal service has been a tradition since 1938.
Aloha kakahiaka. I'm Leslie Wilcox with headlines of Hawaii. Glad to report the flash flood warning for the island of Kauai has been canceled as of 7 this morning. Lots of rain came down overnight, causing landslides. Some residents of Anahola and also Keapana Valley spent part of the night in shelters. There were some landslides and some roads in Honolulu were closed. Here's a briefing from Kauai County Civil Defense Chief Sonny Gerardo.
Rain has subsided within the last couple of hours. Subsided to a point where it's a light drizzle. However, earlier in the AM, we did, in fact, evacuate the Anahola Village area and also the Keapana Valley area because of substantial flooding. The shelters were open, 2 in Anahola and 1 in Kapa. However, since then, we have closed 1 in Anahola, so there's only 1 in Anahola right now. And the other shelter in Kapa is about ready to close.
Things are better now, and the 5th largest insurer in the state is going to close down because of claims over Hurricane Iniki on Kauai. A ship that was used to smuggle illegal aliens into the islands is going to have a new career. It's going to be used to ram boats that are fishing illegally with drift nets in the open ocean. The vessel becomes the 3rd such vessel operated by the Sea Shepherd Marine Conservation Society. That's the group that videotaped this dramatic scene in waters just north of Honolulu more than 2 years ago.
We'll be renaming this vessel the United Nations Resolution 46/216. So that means that if we have to ram them out there, we'll be hitting them with the resolution.
That's the United Nations resolution that bans drift netting around the world starting the 1st of the year. The Sea Shepherd Group bought the ship at a government auction and plans to make some modifications, such as reinforcing the bow with concrete, better to ram drift netting boats with. The conservation group says it puts itself on the line to enforce international standards that otherwise would not be policed. I'll have a quick look at the weather forecast when we come back.
It's here. from the design capitals of the world. The finest collection of leather accessories in one place. Only at the Pocketbook Man.
The National Weather Service says our island chain is only going to be able to see the sun once in a while today through the rain, but the showers won't be as heavy or as long as the ones that Kauai got overnight. High temperature today expected to be in the mid-80s with trade winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. And tonight, more of those showers and more of those same brisk trades and a low temperature in the lower 70s. I'd like to invite you once again to join Channel 2 News folks at Ala Moana Center's Makai Market tomorrow afternoon. Bring a gift for a needy child and join us at the Lokahi Tree. That's a quick look at the news at this hour. I'm Leslie Wilcox. Aloha.
The biggest fine jewelry liquidation in Hawaii's history is on now at Security Diamond and Conrad Jewelers. We've closed our mainland and Kauai stores, and right now you can save from 60 to 70% on every piece of jewelry in our fabulous collection. Nothing is held back from the finest and most extensive selection of jewelry in Hawaii. It's all 60 to 70% off only at Security Diamond and Conrad Jewelers.
Hawaii Center.
Oh, wow!
The one great sale is at Scandinavian Gallery this week. Scandinavian Gallery is #1 in selection of contemporary home furnishings. The one great sale is #1 in savings. Get this teak wall unit for just $4.95. This queen-size teak platform bed for just $3.95. This leather chair and ottoman just $6.95. Plus, make no monthly and no interest payments for 90 days. Scandinavian Gallery is the one for contemporary home furnishings. Get to the one great sale this week.
With live hurricane coverage on radio. This is Barbara Wallace. Join me for a Channel 2 News special through the Eye of Aniki, Sunday night at 6:30.
Back now, 8 o'clock on a Friday morning. It's the 4th morning of December of '92, and straight ahead in this hour, we'll get the latest on the situation in Somalia. As U.S. troops get ready to move in, we'll take a look at that country and see how it has become one of the world's most desperate areas. Wasn't always so. Back in Studio 3B on this Friday morning, I'm Bryant Gumbel here with Katie Kirk. Al Roker is joining us while Willard's away for a while. Margaret Larson awaits us at the news desk. We'll move there in just a bit.
Brian, to help give you everybody some perspective on what's happening in Somalia. In this half hour, we'll have a primer of sorts on that country. Later in the hour, Mike Jensen on the many jobs lost during the recession. It seems that they may be gone forever. And Jim Fowler will be here to talk about efforts to save the world's largest bird, the condor.
I'll watch that spot from the makeup room. Let's go to the news desk, 801. Here's Margaret.
Brian, thank you. U.S. military forces today are gearing up for one of the biggest relief efforts in history, getting food and supplies to the starving in Somalia. The Security Council cleared the way for the operation last night in UN voting. They voted to send that force to Somalia.